We should be going to dinner, but we do need to do some kind of inventory management too. Just don't have the capacity to, if anything. Because everyone will certainly be one of the people going. Maybe the reduced hostility item might be good for him. No one else has better use of those items now. Zevran. A lot of regeneration. I should really use this. Ring of Ages. I don't really care who gets this. What kind of items do I have anyway? Plus 2 all attributes, spell resistance, healing effects. This isn't bad, but this isn't great either. Plus 2 strength, plus 2 dexterity, plus 4 attack. Again, it's not bad in any sense, but I think we would be better off with at least with the Life Giver. That's a lot of plus 3 health regeneration in combat. More armor, more constitution, 20% healing effects received. This would really make us super tanky. Strength, dexterity, attack. Plus 4 to attack is nothing to us though. Yep, that made us quite a bit more durable. So we have 30% plus to healing effects received too. And more resistances. We could... Ring of Ages. I think I'll replace the key to the city with the Ring of Ages. Just to see how good can we get our resists. Yeah, about 50% all around. That's quite good. Okay, Win should get a first pick of the free items. She has nothing. Key to the city. So spell resistance, healing effects, received attributes. Isn't much, but spell power. What kind of a belt do I have? Fire resistance plus 10% healing effect received. So not that all good. All of a great of a belt. Code of Shattered Dreams. I'm buffing my main character with all the good stuff now. I don't have a huge amount of confidence in our group anyway. There's too much the roguelike characters. We would need the warrior to draw a lot of aggro now, and I'm not all that good at doing that. I don't particularly want to do it either. Yeah, nice resist all around. Very resistance towards poison. Physical resistance, 88. And decent mental resistance check, 31. Well, that's not exactly great, but it's something. Couldn't you use a better weapon? Do you have a bow? And even longbow. It's not all that great. It is terrible, in fact. Mage's Eye is better in all ways. What about daggers? Yeah, I think cheese knife might be a good option here. Not an amazing weapon or anything, but it would have 2 rune slots. Drakeskin gloves. We have, yeah, Drakeskin armor. Aren't you getting armor set bonus? No armor set bonus. It's a decent armor with slow fatigue, some fire resistance. It'll do. Zebron isn't exactly a great fighter, mostly because of the equipment. We can't give him good equipment. Leliana should be just fine, yeah. I don't want to do a full equipment pass. Maybe I should. It won't take too long. We don't have that many guys with armor left. Stain is probably the only one. Yeah. Can you use main armor? Yeah, the item set bonuses probably just aren't being shown here. That makes a lot of sense. And you don't even have a bow. It's even longbow. Yeah, it's a decent war axe that he has, but it's nothing amazing. Just don't have a lot of two-handed weapons. It's okay. Don't have to go changing it. We'll get a belt though. Hold resistance, really? Might as well keep it. It's not a bad thing. Cold is very dangerous to warriors. Okay, willpower. Take the Harvest Festival Ring. Ice resistance. Yeah, that's good enough. It gave us a little bit of free room with the equipment anyway, and once we get rid of the gifts, we should be fine. The problem is, everyone we can give a proper gift to, at least know who to give them to, is not viewing us all that well. I mean, his approval is already at full, so it's sort of a waste. Zevran and Ogren are really the problem ones, and it's not like they're bad or anything. Let's try Zevran. I just want to get rid of some of this.
How nice. How nice. No, terrible.
Refuses to take it.
How nice.
Are you sure I can't interest you in this? I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods.
I'm sure you will be pleased indeed. Anything good? Grandmaster Slow. I don't think that's bad necessarily. Thing I've noticed about the paralyzed runes is that again, especially against dangerous enemies, well, first of all, it doesn't come into play all that often. Two, against dangerous enemies, it's like it's either ineffective or lasts like a second and goes away. So maybe the slow rune might be better if it reduces attack speed too. Especially if it actually works on enemies. I'm taking the Master Lightning Rune, Grandmaster Slow. We'll have to start to get rid of this item. Shit. Yeah, better not sell that one. Constantly getting new items that I don't really want to sell. They could turn out to be very good. Shit. Yeah, I don't want. Not sure what I should be selling and what not. Spell resistance, ancient elven gloves. Those are not bad at all. Magic is +2 armor, 4% spell resistance. So if you want to make a sort of an armor set that has a high spell resistance, this would be nice because most of the gloves don't really have any kind of special abilities. Even leather boots. Another spell resistance item. Kadash Stompers. Nice boots, but increased hostility. Ancient Elven Armor. It's medium, but it's only strength 22. The armor isn't all that good though, so boo. Oh, Robes of Possession. Restriction to Morrigan. It's a good armor. Anything else? We have enough free room to move forward. Saving the jewels. Sooner or later, I'm probably going to dump them. Okay.
Enchantment?
Enchantment. Oh, are you a different Sora?
Oh, certainly.
No.
Enchantment? Enchantment!
Exactly. Okay. Does Zevron have a something? Electricity damage +1. Maybe electricity +4. And maybe more. No, fudge. Just get all the runes out. It's sort of now trouble. I don't want to sell some of these weapons either because they're full of runes. But we do need to put them in weapons, otherwise it saves us a lot of storage space. Alternatively, we could start using the goddamn storage box in Soldier's Peak. Just to store some of this crap there. That probably would be a good idea. So, who's going with us? It will be Zevron and Leliana. Are these even in some kind of order? Not really. Yeah. They're just spread out in some kind of random order and no way to order them around. Okay. Take Grandmaster Slow. Grandmaster Light. Grandmaster Flame. Expert Paralyze. Do we have Master Paralyze? No. Expert it is then. Expert paralyzed. Master Lightning. Master Lightning, Grandmaster Hail. And for Zevran, something to do with damage. Do we have Expert Paralyze? Well, 2 Journeyman Lightning. Maybe, yeah, we'll be fine. Yeah, this won't lead to anything new. We're just basically storing all this crap. I'm getting rid of everything novice related, not putting any of those. Also, if the weapon is not equipped by something, I'm not putting anything in it. Otherwise we'll never be able to get rid of some of this crap. Okay. All non-master runes will be traded for the army. I don't really see a lot of use for them. I'm going to buy more runes if we need more runes. All novice runes. All journeyman runes. I'm focusing on Master and Grandmaster runes.
Even the Templars will be impressed by the powers you will command.
Sure hope someone will be impressed. And we're ready to go.
All right, all right.
Leliana,
Indeed.
Zevran,
Yes.
in.
Yes.
I'm going to Soldier's Peak to see the storage chest. Yeah, no hurry. It's a lot of equipment I'm not okay about selling at the moment, but I certainly would like to get rid of. Maybe even some of these bombs and things like that. Mostly equipment though. I haven't been even contemplating of using a lot of this stuff for some time. Blood Gorge Amulet. Blood Ring. Yep. Games. Ooh, each rune is an individual item. That's a tough one. Okay. Close. Party storage. It didn't make a gigantic difference, but it will help quite a bit. How about you? No dexterity, I guess. Expert survival. Yeah, sure, whatever. Okay, keen defense is what we're aiming for. Yep. Venerim. We're going to go after Leliana's companion quest first. Which should be what? Western side of the market district. So somewhere here. Assassin's contact for Leliana. What are you using? Dueling. Yeah, I don't want you to use momentum. Doesn't work with haste. You need something to reduce your attack speed. Okay, what the fudge is that? It's a mark of death. Revealing weaknesses to others that others can exploit. All attacks against the marked target deal additional damage. Okay. And I put it there. Enemy. Um, target party member. Attacking, no. Target a party member, no. We'll use it ourselves. Self. Surrounded by enemies at least 3. Usability. Oh, I'm sure that's fine. Just want a little more automated use of his abilities.
Leliana, Ah, so lovely to see you again, my dear. Spare me the pleasantries. I know you're... Oh, you must excuse the shabby accommodations. I try to be a good host, but you see what I have to work with. This country smells like wet dog everywhere. I cannot get this smell out. Even now it is in my hair, my clothes. Ugh.
Why did you send assassins after Leliana?
So businesslike, your companion.
You framed me, had me caught, and tortured. I thought that in Ferelden I would be free of you, but it seems I am not. What happened to make you hate me so? Why do you want me dead so badly?
Dead? Nonsense. I know you, my Leliana. I know what you are capable of. 4 or 5 men you can dispatch easily. They were sent to give you cause to come to me. And see, here you are.
Yeah, you could have just sent a letter.
Ignore what she says. She's lying. I know how she works. What are you up to, Marjolaine? Why are you in Ferelden?
In truth, you have knowledge that you can use against me. For my own safety, I cannot let you be. Did you think I did not know where you were? Did you think I would not watch, my Leliana? What is she up to, I thought? The quiet life, the peasant clothes, hair ragged and messy like a boy. This is not her. You were planning something, I told myself, so I watched. But no letters were sent, no messages, you barely spoke to anyone. Clever, Leliana, very clever. You almost had me fooled. But then, you left the Chantry so suddenly. What conclusion should I draw? You tell me.
You think I left because of you? You think I still have some plan for revenge? You are insane, paranoid.
Um, it's usually what people, how they see others thinking. It is to some extent a reflection of what they're thinking. You just can't escape that. Especially if they're being involved in high stakes spy games. I think she's sort of in that thinking mode. So the thought that someone might just not have any, her action might not have anything to do with that, is simply not an option, and probably not even a risk you would be willing to take in any case, even if you believe that. Because you can never really believe the surface, what other people are trying to convince you of. It's always some kind of a deception or a misdirection. Not everything is about you, Marjolaine. I don't think this matters at all. If things could be talked over, she wouldn't be sending assassins.
Oh, is that what you think? If I were you, I would believe nothing she says. Not a one. She will use you. You look at her and you see a simple girl, a friend, trusting and warm. It is an act.
I am not you, Marjolaine. I left because I didn't want to become you.
Oh, but you are me. You cannot escape it. No one will understand you the way I do, because we are one and the same. Do you know why you were a master manipulator, Leliana? It is because you enjoyed the game. You reveled in the power it gave you. You cannot change or deny this.
Yeah, I trust her.
Thank you. You will not threaten me or my friends again, Marjolaine. I want you out of my life forever.
It sort of looks silly. I'm guessing it's because my face is sort of what it's programmed to show, so it just looks terrible. Her face is cut up, and only her lips and chest is clearly visible in the. Uh, I guess I understand why certain games shy away from using height differences, especially if you want things to look good, because yeah, it doesn't look bad, but it's sort of doesn't exactly look appropriate either. Um, Leliana is at least offering a way for her to just step down. That's not going to happen. But I'm trying to go with the flow. This is her path, so I can't exactly dictate how this will go. So I'll just support Leliana.
Leave Ferelden. Go back to Arle and never return. What you do is no longer my concern.
I see. I will go, for now. But you carry a dangerous secret of mine, Leliana. It is not over. Not for us.
She's gone. I don't know what to think. She said it wasn't over. No, she was lying. She won't come back. I need some time to myself. We will talk later.
Of course she'll be back, you dumb. Why wouldn't she? Escape, except this time she'll come with more men and intention to kill. Nice bow. Restriction to Leliana, because that's how bows work. If I make a bow, I can determine who can use it by a personal basis. No one else can draw a bow but that one person. I hate this that kind of system. I would accept the restriction in the sense if it was something the person would not wish, would never give up. So she's always carrying. That's the kind of restriction I could easily get behind it. It has personal sentimental value or something like that. She will not give it away or borrow it or anything. But this is just an item in an inventory, so these kind of restrictions are very annoying to me. Which stands Asala sword. I sort of understand it. It's central to his entire being. Leliana, it just doesn't make any sense. I still dislike it, even in Stan's case. I wish the better solution, in my opinion, would be he would basically revert to it if you don't overwrite his weapon slot with some other weapon, and it would not be in an inventory at all in that sense, wasting my space, limited space there. Not a big deal, just a minor annoyance. It's a preference thing. I can certainly see. I don't think it's any negative on a game, if it, no matter how it's really implemented. I
I'll get
just
on.
wish they'd use some other system. I need to talk to Leliana. This is not over.
I'm here for you.
We need to talk. What do you know of this place?
Denerim is Ferelden's most important city, yes? This is the seat of power, the jewel in the crown of the king. She is Ferelden's heart. Her walls are strong, but within them lies so much beauty, just like the country and the people. I'm here for you. Of course.
I wonder if we need to talk to her in the camp. I do want to move forward with her plot. We don't have any areas after Denerim, so it has to be done now. But the companion quest is definitely over.
Oh, hello. Is there something you wanted to talk about?
I'd like to talk about what happened today.
It's nothing. I'm fine. I'm just thinking.
Do share.
I can't get what happened out of my head. I'd been in Lothering for years, and she still thought I was plotting against her. She didn't trust me. Maybe she never did. She loved me when she could use me and control me. And now that she can't, she wants me dead. It hurts to realize that I never really knew her.
Hmm. Are you sure you didn't? Maybe you did and didn't just want to admit it.
I knew she was ruthless, but I didn't know how far she could go. She is self-serving, cruel. She uses people, then discards them. But that's how she survives in the life she leads. What if she's right? What if we're the same? I should just have stayed in the Chantry.
No. Would have never met if you hadn't.
You don't understand. I forgot my life as a bard while I was in the cloister. I felt safe. I didn't have to watch my back all the time. That's what made Marjolaine the person she is, don't you see? It ruined her. It will ruin me too. Even now, I feel some regret at not ending her life in order to protect my own.
Yes, that's. I feel that was a mistake. There's nothing wrong with that.
Isn't there? It's the first step down this dark path. First thought, then action. What we're doing, what we've done. Hunted men down, killed them. Part of me loves it. It invigorates me, and this scares me. I feel myself slipping.
That's a slippery slope here she has. I think she's... The danger is certainly there, but that doesn't really mean that there's any kind of certainty there. Don't punish yourself for doing something you enjoy.
I admit that I took great pleasure in the intrigue back in Orlais. It was dangerous and chaotic and exciting, but it destroyed my life. I thought the Chantry showed me another path. I thought I was done with this life. Am I wrong?
Even in the Chantry you knew you didn't belong. No, you're not a Chantry sister. You're a bard and a spy.
There is this thought that floats into my mind constantly. That I lie when I say the Chantry gave me peace, when in truth it bored me. Here, with you, knowing the freedom of the road and the uncertainty of tomorrow, I feel alive again.
And stop running scared from it.
I would like to be alone for now. I have many things to consider. Thank you for listening to me.
Ah.
Do you remember our discussion?
Yes, we had it like 2 seconds ago.
I just wanted to tell you that I thought about what you told me, and you were right. I didn't want to admit it, even to myself, but those years in Lothering, I yearned for the freedom and the recklessness that I knew in Orlais. The Maker made the world beautiful, but he also made it dangerous. To really experience it, I have to embrace this, Not hide away in some nunnery.
So, I'm glad you realized that. I like that aspect of her more than the nunnery aspect. It's more fitting counter to my character anyway. We're at least I'm thinking the same line. I enjoy the fighting. If you enjoy it, there's nothing wrong with enjoying what you do.
Sometimes it takes another to show us the truths we hide from ourselves.
My pleasure.
I'm glad I left Lothering in your company. You have proven a true friend, and I thank the Maker for you.
Anything else?
It has been some time since I left Lothering. When I stepped out of the cloister, I had no idea where my path would lead. I walked where the Maker led me, and he has rewarded me for my faith. I found you.
Ah, shit. Always bringing the Maker into it. I'm not sure. Doesn't really bother me, but I don't like the I guess the fact that she leaves everything sort of to fate on and the Maker. I mean, she interprets everything as a will of the Maker. It works for me in this case, but it might also work against me at some point. Let's not bring the Maker into it. I don't want to say that. I'm a gift from the Maker. I do feel I want to poke a little bit of fun on that, but not in not poke fun at her fate. Tease her a little bit. So, are you saying I'm a gift from the Maker?
Something like that. The Maker wants his children to be happy. Would he have created in us the capacity for love if he did not intend for us to find it?
Love?
Yes, that gloriously rich and decadent emotion that one finds oneself hopelessly stuck in. Much like caramel pudding.
Yeah, maybe not. Strange though apt description.
Why, thank you, dear. Oh, I have tales of pudding like you would not believe. Perhaps we could retire to my tent, and I could regale you.
Yeah, I'm going to stay up and write in my journal. Yeah, I don't think so. I've been intentionally trying to lead the game in this direction. I'm certainly not going to brush Leliana off like I did with Morgan. So only if talk of pudding is just a start.
You'll just have to wait and see, won't you? Hello.
Sleeping in armor. I do appreciate this. The sex scene. It's done in very good taste, and I hate the fade to black sex scenes in games. It's just so fucking cheap. It might as well not exist at all in that case. You could sort of compensate if you can't sort of film or animate it properly. You could had additional text and dialogue to make it something a little bit more impactful and meaningful, but just fading to black is just that's shit. So I do appreciate it trying to sort of make it a little more meaningful and emotional, I guess, and it's done with taste. So it's nothing. No one could possibly get offended by that. Although that's probably what someone probably always does. But it's not something that majority of people give a rat's ass about. You look smug. What's going on?
I was watching you sleep. Did you know your eyelids flutter when you dream? And you have such pretty eyelashes.
Yeah, that's not something I wanted to hear. I don't find that creepy at all. Watching someone sleep. It depends naturally on the relationship of the people, but if you with your lover, certainly not creepy in the slightest. My eyelashes?
Mm-hmm. They're like little butterflies. I want to catch them and keep them in a jar.
From a different person, that would be creepy. Okay. Yeah, you're teasing.
Maybe. I'm so happy, blissful. I haven't slept so well since I was forced to flee from Orlais. Knowing you will be the first thing I see when I wake gives me no small amount of comfort. I feel safe in your arms. Safe, loved and accepted. This is where I belong. Thank you.
Okay, this does feel right and natural.
I suppose I should get up. We have a long day ahead of us.
What's the hurry?
Come on. Darkspawn await with bated breath for you to put them out of their misery.
The blight will still be there in a few minutes.
What are you... Oh, I see. I suppose the Darkspawn will just have to wait a bit longer.
Wine, women, and song. So you successfully romanced Leliana, I guess. If I'm not totally mistaken, the game does react to you trying to romance multiple characters at the same time, and it doesn't always fail spectacularly. There's probably some kind of trickery you can try to do within the Pearl to try to get some group action going. And naturally, if you are trying to romance multiple persons, there's also jealousy and sort of bickering involved. So nice to see that they put some effort in it. It's in some games I don't think that would be all that welcome, but in a BioWare role-playing game, it's the characters and the interactions with them are, at least nowadays, it's so central of a role. So it's just appreciated that they put even more effort into that. It's something that almost no one really does, so it's it's a niche for them, I guess, that they've cornered now.
Indeed.
Yes.
Yes.
And it's in general, I think it is a very good thing. Ooh, the blight is spreading. Yeah. Now it's covering most of Ferelden. The thing is, if you play a BioWare role-playing games, you can be sort of guaranteed now that you can get very involved with the character and sort of if you invest your time in it, you'll get something back from that, and it's a very attractive option in a role-playing game. There's really two types. One is the more action-oriented. There might be character interactions, but you don't really get to make a lot of choices, if at all. You're playing a character that isn't you, and then there's the group of games where you can actually roleplay. But even then, there's very few that allow you to romance or create any kind of a deeper relationship during the game with the characters. They might have a romance, but nothing really comes of it. It's sort of a childlike or view of romance, or a very storybook like, where there's maybe a kiss exchange or something like that. But Jesus Christ, does anyone realistically actually like those? Besides us, like a small children's story type. But once you actually want to get involved and play a game, that's very, very unsatisfying. Because simply because if you've ever had any kind of relationship, that's that's not even a relationship. It's basically some kind of a single kiss is the only thing you've ever exchanged. It's it's nothing. That's something that's kindergarten stuff.
Good day.
It just isn't satisfying. It's about as satisfying as there would be a statistical table there, and there would be a romance on or romance off, and it went from off to on. That's your goddamn reward and involvement in that kind of romance. There's nothing there. There's nothing to get involved in, to immerse yourself in it, to make you think for a second that there's any kind of character or actual relationship going on there. It's a computer game, sure, but immersion in that aspect is very important in if you want to have meaningful relationship with the characters, if you want to get the player invested in and care about what happens to the companions, the interaction has to be immersive and real enough for that to happen. If it's so fake, you don't give a shit.
A little something extra for friendship.
Yeah. What the hell does Zevran do? I'm pretty sure we had a quest for him at some point.
What say you?
Well, there are a lot of smaller missions here, and as far as I can recall, a lot of them, if not all of them, involve Denerim in some point. So we don't really have to look at courier.
My client appreciates your generosity.
I have no idea what's going on. I think that's the Blackstone Irregulars. Five-footed couriers, yeah.
Be careful with that package, you lazy slut. It's worth more than you'll make in 10 years.
Easy sluts.
You're back. You need something?
Know anything special about Denerim?
Better trade cities to the north, but plenty good trade here. Now with war and blight,
Yeah,
business is bad.
you heard this.
Oh yes.
I wanted to ask about the crows.
You're back. You need something?
You work with the crows.
I don't know what you mean. You should keep your voice down. People might get the wrong idea.
Or the right idea. We're the other guy from this Spanish. We're from Antiva, and so is everyone. So at least the other guy is pretty guaranteed to be a crow.
So I spoke to this hunter the other day, and you know what he says?
The one who talked about all the werewolves?
The very same. Said he saw 'em plain as day. Wonder what he's been drinking.
Saw the hero, Dane, walking beside them too, I expect. With Andraste following behind.
Yeah, most likely.
Grey Warden poster. Don't believe the lies, friends of Grey Wardens, assemble. The hidden pearl holds the key to resistance. The griffins will rise again. So that's the password in the room in the pearl, the brothel. But that's a trap. That's so obvious a trap. It's not like the guards could possibly miss something like that. There's the location, there's the password. They would at the least would know that it's there and could take appropriate action. If it was in genuine, I don't think it would be a poster. It might be something that was passed along by people. Even then, the chances of it not being known by the local authorities is pretty much slim to none. TV, ignored noble tapper. Mysterious door. I'll do that. I think that was the... yeah. The box. Prince of Red Jenny, maybe. You have acquired the small painted box as requested by the friends of Red Jenny. The reward, whatever it is waiting off the market district in Denerim. I wonder what I can do with it. It's a quest item. Yeah. Nothing we can really do. Small plated box found in the first Enchanter Irving's office. So, I'd like to get something out of this. The door opens a crack in response to your knock. There is a light breeze, like a change in pressure. I'm looking for Red Jenny. Present the box. You delivered a small painted box to friends of Red Jenny, whoever they are. Yep, I have no idea what that was. Apparently nothing important. So. Can't get the alienage. I think there was something in the ignored noble tavern that was left that I sort of avoided doing. Because I wasn't doing the quest here yet. Maybe, yeah. Don't know really what it is. Sophie's guard.
My shift's nearly over. Thank Andraste.
Master Ignacio. No, I don't want to go meet Master Ignacio.
You know, Win, I have a friend back in Antiva who would be very excited to meet you.
I'm sorry?
Salvail prefers women with experience and maturity. He says they have more substance, are more robust and flavorful.
Does he now?
Indeed. No need to deny it. Zevran knows a fine bird when he sees one.
I am not a bird.
There is no reason to deny yourself the pleasure of male companionship, after all, yes? You might balk now, but I assure you, Salvail is a gentleman of means and quite handsome.
I am going to walk away now. Calmly, coolly. This is to save you the pain of having your brain forcibly removed through your ears.
This must be a Ferelden thing, I swear.
Yeah, I don't get why Win is so opposed to that idea in the first place. Naturally, I could see some opposition to that, but that's part of romancing anyway. I don't see the romancing Win being any other than Leliana or Morgan. The romance could just move a little bit of a different line.
I shall.
Silk carpet. Okay. And because Win is sort of a teacher type, at least at the beginning, so there would have to be some kind of a development where it turns from that into also a romantic track. And since we know that Win is possessed, that could provide additional flavor to their romance. So in many respects, that would have been a lot more interesting option than anything the game actually provides. And with more drama, because she is dying. Could be used as a justification to try to get her to romance too, because she's her time is running out. So what maybe she should use that time productively instead of continue just doing what she's done for so long. And I think she complained about not really having a lot of a normal type of relationships. So again, another thing that could also be work in there to give things more flavor. Things to argue about too, just like with every other romance. So I don't see it in any way any more odd than what they're providing. The guy who tries to come and kill you, the sort of spy, crazy, religious sort of person, at least trying to convince her that she is, and Very obnoxious witch. What the hell am I supposed to do with this? Maybe nothing yet. Blackstone irregulars. Notices of death. Warden, it is always a sad duty to report the deaths of those who have died in the service of the guild. Today this duty falls to you, should you accept it. With this letter, you will find the names of 4 women recently widowed and letters giving condolences for the loss of their husbands. All 4 men were killed doing the work of the irregulars, and we mourn the deaths of all who die in service to our ideals. Please handle this task with the discretion and care that I'm confident you possess, Spades. Many thanks for this difficult task, Railnor. Railnor, okay, this is there's 2 quest givers with Blackstone regulars. It seems like the Railnor ones are sort of more caring ones. Not in the nature of the missions, but in how the requests are being formulated. My good people, we're facing work coming in the... No. We're facing work coming in from 2 fronts and everyone must contribute. The regulars are prepared to pay any man or woman who comes forth with a gift of 20 health poultices, no questions asked. If we work together, we can stock the irregulars for war. We could probably stock that right now. Yeah, we have 37 normal health poultices.
The captain sends his regards.
No, they took lesser health poultices, so I wouldn't be using them even if they're the last ditch effort health poultices. They're not enough to probably heal more than a single hit or maybe 2 from current enemies.
Next, drink to battle.
I'm a Crimson Ore!
And
Which way you looking, or we'll rip your damned eyes out and piss in your skull!
What?
Another round for me men!
What?
I'm a Crimson Ore! Which way you looking, or we'll rip your damned eyes out and piss in your skull! Another round for me men!
Rip out my eyes and piss in my skull. Charming.
What can I get you, stranger?
Anyone need help? Maybe with something not strictly legal? He glances around for prying eyes, then produces a few notes on behalf of interested parties. Okay, rogue quests. Didn't really even realize this was a thing. Correspondence interruptus. R has a small request. It's always useful to have a big name in your pocket, and there's nothing better than snagging them with their knickers down. If in travels wide someone were to come across notes between illicit lovers, I have certain specialists who can make the most of the text. Deliver to the bartender, and an investment toward future manipulation will be handsomely paid. So I guess those are the love letters we've been finding, but we won't be able to get this done because we didn't have luck picking to full, and they're in the optional tests. So that's an incomplete quest, very likely. D requires swift action. I have trouble. A few of my more excitable young associates got a little nervous during a couple of delicate handovers. Suffice to say, a little mess needs attention. Life is normally cheap, but if word of this gets out, there will be consequences. My men are under close watch, so I would be grateful for someone willing to take care of this. Coin is assured. Negotiation aids. K requests the following. The troubles of the new blood seem to find me. I've ruffled some feathers with my alternative tactics, and certain people have had me blacklisted. by my primary suppliers, so I put this out there to those enterprising friends who want to ally and perhaps a little coin. 15 toxin extract samples will be more than enough to ensure I can continue building support. Simple, isn't it? Toxin extracts, 15. We have 7. We could just buy it from someplace, I suppose. Anyway. Few more extra quests to do. I don't care too much about those. No, I do have to do some of them. I think Blackstone Irregulars is one of those. Lake Kellen had Redcliffe Dinner. The problem being that I think the Blackstone Irregulars sort of leads to a conclusion, but you need to complete a certain amount of the quest to get new ones and to get things moving.
Dwarven crafts. Fine dwarven crafts.
Yes?
I'm sorry to tell you that your husband is dead.
I feared this day would come.
Run away! What else? I think I'll want to finish this now. So, Lake Killen Hat and Redcliffe, then we'll come back to Rim. I wonder if we will encounter Darkspawn now in this area. Light is certainly covering it.
Turks.
Yeah. Ah. No, they're the elves. Yeah, we have this crappy group though.
Yes.
Wait. No spellcasters. What is that? Elves didn't really last long. This is sort of what I feared when I allied with elves anyway, that they're simply too weak to handle anything. Well, at least some of them survived, but they're very weak.
Our tribe fights for you, Warden.
Yeah, you're terrible fighters. I don't get why they're so weak. It's like they have no... The hit points are, well, they're normal than they were faced against I guess, elite troop, so... But just because they're archers does not mean they shouldn't have some kind of a melee capability. It's limited, but should...
Can I get you a ladder?
The point is to
Get off my back.
delay the enemy, force it to get stuck there fighting you. So it provides additional time for others to intervene and at least kill the enemy before it's their turn. So in some ways I think rogues make better archers, because they have a lot of those disabling abilities that can be easily used while using the bow. I don't know if warriors are better at it though. It's like asking who's better at doing this terrible thing that you don't really want to do. It could be interesting. The problem is really that the support role of shooting arrows can be done basically by anyone. That's easy to automate. If you play that character, you'll probably end up playing with the other characters more than your own in every actual fight. So I'm not sure how fun that's going to be. Irania in red clothes. So is she in the tavern or in the church or what? Well, certainly no one here. Is there a house? Irania's house? Do I know it? Well, there's a house. Caitlin's. Wonder if the general store is now occupied and someone's selling gear there. Huh?
Yes?
I'm sorry to tell you that your husband is dead.
I feared this day would come.
All right, all right.
Next one should be in Lake Calenhad. I do want to check the general store now. No, it is abandoned.
Now's better than later.
Lake Calenhad. And then back to dinner room. I still don't know what to do about Severon. I'd like his approval to be a little bit higher than it is now. I guess I could go to the camp and try to buy some gifts. But in some ways I don't want to do that. Because I've already bought, I guess, the normal gifts, and now there's only the DLC gifts ready there. Urn of the Sacred Ashes.
Yes?
I'm sorry to tell you, your husband is dead.
I feared this day would come.
It's almost like, yeah, this sort of thing makes these games worse than they actually are. No, worse than they need to be. The exact same reaction and dialogue every time for you and the woman you're giving the message to. It is a pointless busy work for a little bit of experience and cash, but that's sort of by doing that, the game is sort of underlying the point that this means nothing, you're wasting your goddamn time doing this. And if it was any other than the Blackstone regulars, I wouldn't have done that. I don't know if we need to complete every one of those, but I do need to.
You and your friends are formidable
We have to
folk.
do
I'm sure you'll be...
jobs, at least for one of the sites. Enough jobs to get things moving. Rare Antivan brandy. That would probably be what would be for our assassin. Yeah, I don't particularly want to use those. It's 71 though. It's not like it's bad or anything. And if we get few dialogue options going, that's enough. 75 I would be very comfortable with Chevron. Now I sort of have little doubts, because if things go a little bit wrong, it's going to take a lot of effort to get it to 75, if we can even get it.
What say you?
Romancing options are usually good ways to get a lot of approval, but I don't particularly want to romance everyone, so that's sort of the problem here.
By all means.
70 approval has to be enough, so let's just get back to Denerim. We have a lot of little things to do there. Favors for certain interested parties. I wonder if we can talk to other tavern keepers and get more of these. 12 love letters, yeah. Noble or wealthy homes. Okay, at least that narrows things down a bit. Still, we're never gonna get it. Deals went bad in the market, the warehouse, and the pearl. Get rid of the bodies by dumping them somewhere discreet in the market. Okay. 15 toxic extra. I don't care too much about the toxic extract type of deals, because they're basically, you can earn some money, and that's pretty much entirely pointless. If I want money that bad, I can just do the crafting. That's about as exciting as trying to do those quests. But yeah, let's try to at least do something that allows us to, that has some kind of a story or a little bit of a side story involved. At least those are enjoyable. The gather 18 bear testicles type of quest, they're just waste of your time.